Hey everybody, my name is Jameson Hapanenko and I'm with the internetlifestyleclub.com. Now, if you're in any type of sales or sales position and you want to increase your sales, you want a better relationship with your customers, and you ultimately want to increase your income, then I would suggest that you pay attention to all the information in this video. Now, I think you would agree with me that there's nothing like having just the perfect customer. How about a well-informed customer? Those are even better. Now, think about this. What if you had a well-informed, happy, awesome customer that you had a relationship with, that every time they wanted to make a purchasing decision, you were the first person that came to their mind? Now, I want you to think about that for a minute. You know, when your customer's looking for what you have to offer, you know, they're right here and they want to get over here. You know, it's pretty much a straight line where they want to go. And throughout that, they have questions, they have things that they want to find out before they actually make a buying decision. So the question comes up, how do you get happy, well-informed, hassle-free customers? Now, think about this for a minute. You know, people they go through this multiple times. They want something here, and they have to get over here to get it. You know, it could be they need to get insurance. They're here, they need to get it over here. They need to buy a home. They're here, they need to buy it, they need to get the home over here. They need a good attorney. They're here, they have to get to the attorney over here. So think about that for a minute. You know, big businesses do it every day. They get in front of their customer so that whenever that customer needs their service or their product, they're the first thing that comes into the customer's mind when they need to get that product. Now, this is just one aspect of having a happy, well-informed, satisfied, hassle-free customer. So let's take it one more step. Using the power of the internet, you can actually start building an email list. So let's say over here, you get all of your customers on an email list, and you have all the different customers that are on this list. So here's what a lot of people do is they actually take their email list and they'll send them a newsletter. So they've got a newsletter going out, and the email basically, they just send them an email. You know, they send an email to this list. They send an email to this list every once in a while with a newsletter inside it. So there's a couple holes inside that, you know. What you want to do is you want to have it to where your customers are automatically getting updated with information from you, instead of you having to create this list over and over, or you having to catch up with the customer. You want to have the customer, you want to give them good, valuable information to where you can educate them to where, you know, eventually they become hassle-free customers. So one of the things that we use on the internet to create an internet lifestyle is basically what I use a system called Aweber. And what Aweber does, I can't write and talk at the same time, so Aweber. What Aweber does, it's actually a system that you can actually load all of your emails into, and you can set up a series of emails that go out to each and every customer. So let's say there's email 1 here, and you got email 2 here, and you know, basically you have all these different emails, and they keep going out to these customers, you know, as a newsletter. Okay, so then you don't have to do it. You create all these different newsletters, and you get different topics, and you basically load them into Aweber, and then what happens is as new customers come into your email list, the customer gets email number 1, then they get email number 2, then they get email number 3, and email number 4, and so on and so on. So you can actually see how that works. So, you know, you may be using that, you may not be using that. If you're not using it, it's something that I would highly recommend start doing, and it's gonna dramatically increase the sales and the information that your customers are getting. And you know, basically, you gotta remember though, if you're gonna do something like this, you gotta be well informed in the area of expertise, in the area of business that you're in. You wanna make sure that you're delivering valuable information, quality information that's really gonna it's really gonna impact your customer. So here's the next step, guys, is if you're doing that, if you're delivering valued information and, you know, really important information, you know, up-to-date information, so, you know, basically you want to go through this, you know, maybe once every 6 months or once a year, and, you know, take out the stuff that doesn't apply anymore. Take out the stuff that's not applicable to that, to actually, you know, that's outdated. And so then how can you even take this one step further. No, well, let's talk about that. Instead of just putting together an email, you know, where the email goes out to the customer, you actually, instead of doing that, you create a blog. Okay? You create a blog, and instead of just having plain newsletters, you actually create that and you put that information inside a blog. And what a blog is actually a series of pages as well, just kind of like up here. You know, basically all you do is you transfer this stuff down to here. And you have this inside a blog. And inside a blog, what they call it is a post, a blog post. So you got a blog post. And here's the difference, guys, is if you're just sending out a newsletter and it's just coming from an autoresponder, or maybe it's coming from your personal email server, this is just stagnant. It's in one place. Nobody ever sees it except for your email, you know, your email list, your current customers. But here's what you can do with the blog, guys, is if you take the same time, the same effort, you put your information into a blog, you can do the same thing. You can create a post here, you can create a post here, you can create a bunch of different posts, and you never take these posts down. You never take any of these posts down. But what you do is inside your email, you actually say, here's our newsletter, and you know, click. Let's write this down here. So you got your newsletter here, which is this one here. Okay, it's your number one. So basically, all you do is you say inside here, you know, click here to get our recent newsletter. And then what happens is that URL, that web address, actually goes to your blog post, and it gives them the information coming directly from your blog. And so the reason why this is so powerful, guys, is because this blog now is actually going to be able to get picked up by the search engines. And so you've got, you know, it's going to be able to pick up by Google, Yahoo, Bing, all the different search engines are going to start picking up your blog. And the more information you put inside your blog, the more customers are going to find you, you know, organically through the search engine. Now, there's some really cool different things that you can do to actually get your blog to pick up geographically in the geographical area that you're in. And so when customers are looking up information, you know, what's going to happen is, so say you're a car salesman, and you write a newsletter on a car, a certain feature in a car that came out that month. And so basically, you know, somebody searches over here on Google, and they say, you know, they write down the search terms, maybe a couple different keywords. So in their search, they type in a couple different keywords. So what Google does is it says, okay, where on the internet, how can I give this customer the best experience possible? So what they do is they start searching all these different things, and if they see a blog that has multiple posts on it, and any of those keywords are inside this blog post, they're actually going to pick this up, and they're going to say, boom, you know, here's the customer. They're going to put that on the page there, and they're going to say, maybe this blog post is going to give you the information you need to actually, you know, to answer the question that they typed into the search. And so that's why a blog is so powerful, guys. You can have an email list. You could be using a product like Aweber or GetResponse, or there's a couple different there's actually a bunch of different email autoresponder systems out there that you can choose from. But if you're using an autoresponder system and you link it to a blog, you're actually going to get more traffic into your business just by making this little simple change here. Now, if you've never heard of this stuff before and you want to learn more about it, I'm actually doing a free coaching program that actually shows you exactly how to implement this in your business and get more customers. And I actually show a bunch of different ways to make money on the internet too, because now all of a sudden, guys, this is where it gets really interesting. If you have a blog, right? A blog is so awesome because now all of a sudden, let's erase this real quick, and I'll tell you one more thing here before I go. If you have a blog, let's say this is a blog post that you did, okay? So you have like your company title or header or something in here, and then you have your information in your blog post. Now all of a sudden, guys, you have all of this side space that you can actually put ads on, and you can sell your ads to maybe one of your suppliers. You can sell your ads to somebody that's congruent or that is in line with what you're doing as a business. And now all of a sudden you've actually owned ad space here, and you're making extra money off this ad space. Guys, talk about passive income. talk about a way to make passive income. This is just awesome. So that is another reason why you want to incorporate a blog. Now, if you may have a blog, you may not have a blog, remember I'm doing some free coaching. If you click the link below this video or you go to workwithjameson.com, you're actually going to find, a link to get on my list and learn about how I'm offering the first free coaching session to whoever wants to, sit down with me and discuss how we can further increase their business. So guys, think about that. Think about being able to make passive income. Think about having to a way to actually incorporate a blog and not just the newsletter. So guys, I would really recommend you checking this out. I can totally walk you through and show you exactly how this stuff works if you want to click the link below this video. Whether you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook or, it could even be on Google+. If you're watching this video, look for the link somewhere around this page here, click that link, and I'm going to show you how you can incorporate this. And there's, this is just the tip of the iceberg. There's actually all kinds of cool stuff that you can actually build online real estate and make passive income with it. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was of value to you. I hope I gave you some value that, even if you don't want to, learn more information on how I can coach you through some of this, you can take this information and use it in your business, use it to increase your sales, and ultimately live a more abundant life. So guys, I really enjoyed talking to you. I'll see you on the next video.